Hey, this is Brandon, your co-host for Texas Barbecue Show. Thank y'all for listening in. We got a good episode for you today, and it's going to be with Masterbuilt Smokers, John McLemore and John McLemore II. Those are going to be our guests today, and John is the founder of Masterbuilt. They're going to talk about the digital charcoal, gravity charcoal grill smoker. Ooh, there's a lot of words in there. So think of it as your pellet grill. I'm sorry, guys, I'm just trying to get people to understand what it is, especially for those that aren't visually looking at it right now. Instead of putting the pellets in, you're going to put charcoal. As it burns down, gravity, it drops, and that fuels your fire. And it's digital, so it will use a fan to blow it, put it out. There's a science to it. But John and John too are going to speak to us a little bit about the Gravity Series smoker. So y'all listen up. We got a good one. Yeah. Oh yeah. We're ready to roll. Y'all doing all right today? We got good. John and John too.
John is on his way back. When the call didn't go through, he
took off.
He left, but I sent him a text. He's on his way back.
Okay. No worries. So how are you, sir? How's things been since WFC?
They've been good. Good start to the product. Had good Christmas, good New Year's, and looking forward to 2020 for sure. How about you?
It's been good. Just ramping up. So, before I was under Spoonie Radio, really under Food Biz Pro was the radio show. But ever since then, I've no longer with them. I got my own studio that I made out of my grandparents' house. And
good.
Yeah, I mean it's just like a normal studio, except for I'm not paying $1,200 for a office space,
Right.
So yeah, everything's moving in motion. Business is good. Barbecue catering business is going forward. So, yep, 2020 is looking good for the barbecue world. That's for sure. I mean,
that's
all
awesome,
of us.
Man.
Has the Gravity Series, have they been flying off the shelves ever since they released?
They have. We
Awesome.
had it out in the .com world for the past 6 weeks, and it's not going to hit brick and mortar until probably the next couple of weeks, sometime in January. But yes, so far it has been doing really well, and the buzz out there seems to be really positive. People are liking the fact that you can cook with charcoal and have a little bit more convenience than you've had in the past.
For sure.
So last night I got home. It was pretty late, and fired it up and cooked 4 little filet steaks in literally 3 minutes on each side, and some shrimp in about 4 minutes. So it was nice to be able to cook with charcoal and get it up to the temp that I wanted, and it be like just a super quick meal. So I'm loving it.
For sure. Yeah, it's hard to get some smokers to get past 600 degrees in just 45 minutes. I mean, some of them take that long. So yeah, I think it was 6 minutes or 5 minutes it got to 700 at WFC, or anytime.
It'll get the smoking temperature in 7 minutes. It'll get to 700 degrees in about 13 to 15 minutes.
Okay, that's awesome. That is awesome.
So, hey, John too just walked in the door.
Perfect.
So, hey, how's it going?
Hey, how's it going, John? You doing all right?
Oh, I'm doing really well.
Good.
Really well.
Awesome. Well, thank y'all for joining.
Yeah. Oh, you're welcome. Hey, who were we with there at World Food? Who else was with you that day when we met?
So that day it would have been Patrick Mosher. He was the other gentleman with the microphone. And then he's with Spoonie, and then I think it was just my buddy Tim Galaviz who was with me. But yeah, as far as podcast stuff, I was there with Patrick Mosher. So
good.
But I am myself, Texas Barbecue Show. So, but yeah, I hit everything.
Awesome, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. So yeah, it's called Texas Barbecue Show because I'm in Texas, but I cover everything in between. I want everybody to know about everything, just like I'm having, y'all on to talk about the gravity smoker. And, 6 months from now, 7 months from now, if you got another one, something else coming out new, I want y'all to be able to use this platform to push it out to the world. And I'm hopefully soon I can do a little YouTube live stream every day that's at a certain time, and it be like barbecue news, where it's live, information of upcoming stuff that week, just like you look at on Channel 4, Channel 8 on the news. But I'm tired of seeing all the geared politics stuff. So let's change it up and look at something fun, So that's my goal. So Masterbuilt.
Okay. And hey, Brandon.
Yeah.
This is John. Do you mind me asking a couple questions about you?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So right now I was reading up on your bio, and right now it's you said you're trying to get a YouTube sort of podcast live stream type thing. Do you currently have a podcast?
Yeah. So I got my podcast, Texas Barbecue Show. It's on all iTunes, or on all platforms. So Spotify, TuneIn,
I got you.
iHeart. And then I got the YouTube channel, Texas Barbecue Show, which has one episode that's the new look. And then it's got several old episodes from when I was with Spoonie and, at the TCN studios. So yeah, everything that I'm doing now is on my time, my way. Yeah. I don't have to worry about someone else being at the studio to produce something. Like when y'all see this video, next week, this will release next Thursday. You'll see me sitting here by the mixer and fiddling with the computer while I'm still talking to you. So I'm doing everything at myself just to try to build this brand and build it without having to pay other people, Got to start somewhere.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. I just kind of wrapped my head around. And do you have a blog or anything digital that you're doing?
Just Facebook. Racktap BBQ is on Facebook and Instagram. That's where so Texas Barbecue Show falls under Rack Attack BBQ on Instagram and Facebook. But as far as podcasts go, it's called Texas Barbecue Show, and on YouTube, it's Texas Barbecue Show.
Gotcha. Okay, cool, man. Cool.
So yeah, it's a new little journey.
I'll end up connecting with you on my personal. I'm sort of a brand. I'm not the face of the brand per se, but I do use my personal as a brand ambassador / brand representative.
Awesome.
For the brand Masterbuilt. So
okay.
I'll connect with you on my personal.
Cool.
And we'll go from there. But
awesome,
cool.
man.
Thanks.
Awesome. So yeah, we that video or that podcast that me and you did, John Senior at WFC it wasn't in my hands, like I said. So now everything is. So that's why I'm kind of redoing what we did before, because now it's going to actually be on the podcast. I can't even go and find what we did before. So I want everybody to know they came out with the Gravity Series charcoal smoker digital, and what was it? November it released on e-commerce.
November the 15th.
November 15th. So if y'all haven't seen it yet, check it out. But John, the podium is yours. Kind of give us the gist of what this new smoker is and how it's going to change people's lives and be a whole new,
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So, and John and I'll tag team back and forth on this. He's the expert in some areas that I'm not.
Perfect.
And I'll start from the beginning, from Masterbuilt. We're a 46, 47-year-old company. We started in 1973 in my dad's backyard, and did that for a number of years until we got out and started growing the company. Masterbuilt had been a family business up until 2016. We brought on a partner out of New York in the private equity world called Dominus, and I'm still a major shareholder in the company, and Dominus is our partner. We a couple of years later, after the deal with Dominus, we bought into a company called Kamado Joe's, a ceramic company that was there with us at the food show. And that's been a great partnership that we are now a little over a year into our marriage with those guys, and currently have offices here in Columbus, Georgia, and Atlanta, and in Europe, and London and the Netherlands.
Awesome.
And growing both of these brands worldwide, and have always prided ourselves, Brandon, at Masterbuilt, to be innovators in the industry. We believe that R&D stands for research and develop, not research and duplicate.
Yeah, there you go.
And we try and put a spin on what the industry needs for a particular need.
Right.
Quick little backstory on how we've done that. We've always been in the cooking industry. We developed, fish fryers back in the late 70s for us frying fish in our backyards, to developing turkey fryers that were gas operated. We went into electric turkey frying, which we still have today, that in 2020 will be branded the Masterbuilt all-purpose fryer, boiler, steamer. And in the mid-2000s, we developed the electric smokers that have really catapulted our brand to being a worldwide brand, still
For
the
sure.
number one brand in smokers. And now we are talking about the Gravity Series grill. And I give you that backstory, Brandon, because those products that we developed were products that had never been done before, that we did to the industry, and kind of shaped and molded where people were going in particular areas. And 3.5 years ago, our engineering department, a guy named Olin Powell, who is still with us today, said, "Hey, John, I want to spend some time in the R&D department and develop a charcoal smoker grill that we can go to some cook-offs and compete." And Masterbuilt was not in the competition arena. We were not in the trailer, $5,000 to $10,000 grill smoker arena.
Right.
And I told Olin, I said, I'll approve the research and development work if you'll commit that we can take that technology and develop a smoker grill that can go on everybody's back porch. And he agreed. We built about a $8,000 trailer grill, nothing overly elaborate, just a basic Gravity Series smoker. Went to a couple of cook-offs and understood what the industry was looking for, took that technology and put it into the 560 Gravity Series grill smoker that we have, as the first product to come out of that research and development. And it's been one of the most fun projects that I've been involved with. And I've been at Masterbuilt since I was 8 years old, for 47 years now. And I say that because all the products that we come out with are fun because they're unique. We're first to market. And this grill was one of those grills that allowed people to experience the live fire that they want with charcoal, but have the technology that we had put in our electric smokers with the digital control panel, and this one having PID technology that really made the grill precise. And people really have taken to it because you can start the grill up in just a couple of minutes by lighting the bottom of the charcoal and press the control panel to your desired temperature, go get your food ready, and come back outside and be at 350 degrees in 10 minutes. The last recipe that I cooked on this grill was last night. I got home a little late, and I had some shrimp and 4 little steak fillets. Got the grill fired up to 600 degrees in 11 or 12 minutes. Put the steaks on for 3 minutes each side. The shrimp literally took about 3 to 4 minutes. Pulled it off, let the steaks rest, and I got a great charcoal flavor, good sear on my steaks, super convenient, and the flavor was unbelievable. So Gravity Series for us is not just another product, but one that I believe is going to change the way people charcoal smoke and grill in their backyard and go to competitions to cook on this grill. It's been that good for our company.
Awesome. And I believe that's true. I mean, of course, it's the only uh, unit of its kind as far as, a digital charcoal grill and smoker. So, yeah, I mean, you're always coming up with innovative ideas. So that's definitely why I wanted to have y'all on. I'm excited to see these in the brick and mortar stores and see how many people are out there, buying them, see them driving down the road with the box in the back of the bed. I can't wait to see these in the
Very soon, very
households.
soon.
Because this is a whole. I mean, it's a big deal. It does a lot. I mean, you could do a lot of meats in your other smokers, but this is a really good barbecue. To me, an awesome barbecue charcoal grill that y'all came out with, and I haven't even really touched it. I just seen it. So.
Yeah, and we got to get you cooking on one soon. I know when we were there in Texas, we were impressing a lot of people by how we smoked food for, if you remember that long bone in prime rib that we smoked for about 5 hours.
Or 7 bone.
Yep,
That's
7 boner.
Wow. I'm gonna edit that out.
That term. We did that recipe on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and we got a little creative. And the first one we smoked for 5 hours at 225. The second one we smoked for 4 hours at 275, and the third one we smoked for 3 hours at 3 to 325. And I did that just to prove to people that if you want to do it super slow, you can. If you want to speed it up, you can. You can operate the grill and the smoker from your phone with Wi-Fi and or Bluetooth capability.
Awesome. I didn't know you had the Wi-Fi in there.
It gave us the versatility. Yeah, the Wi-Fi is amazing.
Oh, that's a huge deal.
Yeah, and what's cool about the technology that we've got with this is as we go forward, we will constantly be making any necessary changes to the technology in that control panel.
Awesome.
And it's
John,
firmware, software in that grill to get the latest, greatest, testing that we've done for everybody to have a better experience.
Awesome. And with that Wi-Fi, so as long as you're connected to the house, to your network, you could be, let's say I live in Texas, I happen to go to Oregon for something, and the wife's at home, I'm off for work, and she wants to throw some burgers on the grill. I can just turn my phone on, turn the app on, boom, hit the power on, set the temp.
Well, so yeah, I'll kind of answer that one. So, the short part to a long story is there are, for any household product, we have to pass certifications and follow certain standards to ensure that it's a safe product for the household, right?
Okay.
So, any product that's sold to a resident or household has to pass a certain standard. So our product follows those standards. Unfortunately, those aren't set by us. Those are something we have to follow, which dictates that you have to turn the product on at the product first. Basically, you can't butt dial on your smoker,
right?
Is for lack of better words. It serves as a more of a monitoring tool than it does starting the grill up. But you can manipulate the product from a distance, so long as you follow, that standard. So, for example, if you light your grill up, you get it going. Obviously, your app's connected to your grill at that point.
Okay.
You can monitor the grill at any point in time. That is never an issue. But to control the product, you have to close the lid and then press the connect button. And that's basically following that rule, that law that they place. Because it's a heating device, you have to tell the grill, hey, I'm about to walk away from you, before you can manipulate the temperature of that product. Yeah. That's consistent with other standards that are going into heat and air systems, hot water heaters, ovens, microwaves, any other connected technology that's connecting to a product that requires heat.
Okay.
They are following a similar standard. So that'll become a more universal, as the connected technology space grows. But so essentially you can monitor at any point in time, but if you want to control, you actually have to close the lid, press the connect button, which is really simple.
Yeah.
And then you could walk away at that point. And a good example is on Thanksgiving Day, I think it was.
Mm-hmm.
We were obviously smoking our turkey. We were smoking a whole bunch of wings, and we had like 2 or 3 of these grills going at my dad's house.
Gotcha.
And was this Thanksgiving Day or Christmas Day?
Weekend.
It was Thanksgiving. Yeah, it was Thanksgiving weekend because we went over to Uncle Chris's house.
Flying, ain't it, bro?
It is. And
Yeah, it is.
we had 2 of those grills going, and connected both of them to Wi-Fi. Closed the grill up, pressed the connect button, and we went to my Uncle Chris's house for like 2 hours for lunch. And we were coming back to Dad's house for dinner, and we sat there and monitored the turkey. And at one point, Dad was like, "Hey, I want to go from 275 to 250 because I think the turkey's maybe cooking a little faster
Right.
than I want it to." So he turned the temperature down at that point. So it's very useful in those ways.
Yeah.
So
It's been a fun product, and what I like about what you said, and again, congratulations on your podcast and all that you're gonna do to be successful, Brandon. We certainly are happy to be a part of it. You had made a comment, and as we do as well. And you started out this conversation by saying you want to be not just appealing to somebody in Texas, but you want to be able to talk turkey about all kind of different foods, no pun intended.
Yep.
But if you want to smoke, briskets, which Texas is famous for, or ribs in Memphis, or chicken anywhere in the country,
pork, Carolina.
we are, smoking vegetables, smoking seafood, grilling, reverse searing. This grill really does do it all. And for a consumer who is wanting to learn how to smoke, it's a very easy product. And for somebody that wants to do nothing but grill, it's a super easy product. If you want to flare up, you can have it. If you don't want flare up, you don't have it. And you've got the ability to have fun and still experience the live fire experience with the charcoal, with the design of this grill, and get that great flavor.
For sure. And I saw that in person, guys, at World Food Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a beast. Y'all are, we're gonna see it 5 months from now. Let's recap. So what is that? June, right at summer. Let's recap, and I want to hear some numbers on your growth for that Gravity series. Whatever kind of info you can give me at that time, let's talk about it and touch base on in June.
Absolutely. I would say that's a really good time because that'll let us get through, the first quarter of people having this grill. We're going to continue doing our little tour. John and I are going to do a lot of PR on this grill over the next 90 to 180 days.
Nice.
We're actually going to cook on this grill down in Miami at the Super Bowl this year with Fox and Friends. So we're looking forward to that. And I think June, July timeframe is going to be a great time for us to recap on how this grill has changed people, how they think about cooking and smoking. And
how they think about charcoal.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
I would say one comment there, Brandon, is you're active in this space enough to know that there's been this growing trend heading towards the pellet space.
Yep.
And
I know it very well.
Part of that is what's that?
I said I know that one very well.
And to be honest, you're a stick burner guy, so you'll appreciate this comment, but there's two main reasons for that, right? So one is the common misconception about the flavor you get off a pellet, which is good flavor, but it will never be what charcoal and or true stick will be. And the second is the convenience of that, which sort of helps that first one is if there's a convenience factor, I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit of that flavor and maybe not think about it as much because it's a convenient way of getting good results. Well, you don't sacrifice either one of those now with how we've made charcoal simple.
Yeah.
So you can experience the manipulation and the I want to perfect my recipe if you're a world champion level guy and want to sort of really critique how you do it, or it makes charcoal really simple for the average consumer, which is why it's at the price point it's at.
Right.
And you'll see us come up from that and come out with a larger version, which is obviously something we've already announced, and higher price point versions.
So this is a 560, and what's the big one going to be?
It's going to be a 1050, which will be the 560 is obviously because it's 560 square inches. The next version will be the 1050, which is almost double.
Yeah.
It'll be 1,050 square inches of cooking space.
And what's funny is, Brandon, you're actually the first public, relationship we've had that I can think of that we've directly said that. Because so just so you know, we had not announced it, and the information on the larger size got leaked.
Oh.
And it's not good or bad. It got leaked through all the relationships that we have.
Right.
And someone posted it on Facebook, and of course it went, it kind of went viral there. So everybody knows that it's 1,050 square inches. Everybody knows it's bigger and a higher price point. But we have not made a public statement as a company. So this is the first time we're having a conversation with someone about it.
Hey, first on Brandon.
Awesome.
Yeah, first on Brandon.
Thank y'all. That's my goal. I want to be the first for everything.
That's right.
You'll see us come out with more information on that, here in the coming weeks and months. But yeah, it's exciting. We're super pumped about the larger size because I've seen a ton of chatter out there about more of the experienced cookers, if you will, saying, hey, I really want the 560. I don't know if I can wait, but I really want to wait because I want the bigger one. So there's a ton of demand and a ton of buzz around it. So we're excited
Awesome.
about that.
That's good.
Yeah, and Brandon, I'll take just a quick couple of minutes for those that are listening to this, and there's videos out and explain a little bit from A to Z on this grill. Masterbuilt.com is where they can go to get more information about this grill. Obviously, we got some videos out there. John and I are working on a lot more content with our team. But this Gravity Series grill allows you to load 16 pounds of briquettes or 10 pounds of lump charcoal in the hopper, light it with a small briquette fire starter in the bottom, let it burn for about 2 minutes, close the 2 doors on the hopper, set the control panel, and you're done. So it's the easiest way to light a charcoal grill, the best control from 175 to 700, 150 to 700 degree temperatures, up to 700 degrees in under 15 minutes. Clean up with this grill is super easy. You never have to take the old charcoal out. You can reuse the charcoal because this grill has the ability to shut down the charcoal burn when you are through with your recipe.
Awesome.
You can add wood chunks to the bottom of the wood ash bucket to get great thin blue smoke. So if you want to smoke, if you want to grill, if you want speed, you want convenience, you want flavor, this is the best technology to ever hit the grill industry. And Masterbuilt is so proud of our team for being able to put this thing to market.
Awesome, guys. That's a big deal. Y'all keep it going.
Yes, it is. What else can we do for you, Brandon?
Well, what else you got for Matt? You got anything else to tell the world? Because this basically is international radio. Everyone's going to hear it eventually. And you remember, it's archived too.
Well,
so whatever doesn't get heard this week might get heard next week, 3 months from now,
Right.
So that's why I like this podcast kind of deal, especially for the YouTube videos. Cause when I can, just like I'm doing now on this video, I have your Masterbuilt. I think it's probably your newest logo just displayed. So they're going to be seeing this whole, what is this? How long we've been talking? 30 minutes? Yeah, 30 minutes.
Yep.
So, and that'll always be there.
Well,
so.
Yeah. So I would say, Brandon, I'll go ahead and throw this out there. My Instagram and Facebook handler is Mr. McLemore 2.
Yeah. All your social plugs. Tell everybody.
And obviously Masterbuilt is at Masterbuilt. And I am on a personal level, I'm very active out there in the community. We have several Facebook groups, some public, some private, that we don't own, that are consumer driven. They're fan driven. I think one of our groups out there has like 70 or 80,000 members in it.
Wow, that's awesome.
And they're just Masterbuilt smoker fans, and that's all they do. They talk about smoking. They talk about what's going on, and we know those guys really well. And there's several groups out there that are starting up and doing really well. And there's a lot of chatter and community. And that's one of the things that on a personal level that I love to see is, we live and breathe cooking, and smoking and barbecue and grilling. So it is a love for us on a personal level. It's something we do on a personal level. It's something that we enjoy on a personal level. It's not just a job. And it's something that for me as third generation in the McLemore family, and also the Masterbuilt family, that it's just ingrained in us. We love it. We enjoy it. I love my job every day because I get to wake up and talk about barbecue.
Awesome.
And it's kind of similar to what you're talking about, is you get to set your own schedule and you get to do your own thing. And that's part of the reason why you went out on business on your own. And that's part of the reason why we did the same, is our family just loves what we do. And we love hearing from consumers, and that's why I'm so active out there. So I encourage anybody to reach out to me personally. I love to hear feedback. We love, and the other thing too, Brandon, is I love to hear what's good and what's bad. I don't shy away from constructive feedback, because as a company, when you think about it from a business perspective, I don't make grills for the buying team at a retailer. Right. I make grills for the consumer. That's the people that are consuming our product. And the more I can listen to the people using the product, good and bad, the better I'm going to be able to make that product. And we are interested in, like my dad said, research and developing products, and that is a never-ending cycle for us. We are constantly innovating and coming up with different ways. And I can speak directly to you on this. We've already made a handful of production changes on the current 560.
Wow.
Where this product's not even in retail stores yet. It's just online, and we've already made improvements and quality improvements to the grill, because once it gets into consumers' hands, and consumers start using it, consumers use the product in different ways than a manufacturer will ever test it.
Right.
And the feedback that I get directly from the fans that use the product is the best quality improvements we make on a product. And I love listening to the good and bad of what's going on out there and what people are cooking and how we can improve it. So it's an absolute joy for me to not just work with my family and my father, but to work with all the people using our product. That's what makes us, love what we do.
For sure.
Not just a job; it's an adventure.
It is.
Yep.
It really is.
If you're not passionate about it, or you don't love it, then you're not doing it right. So yeah,
that's right. And you can't fake passion, man.
No.
It's kind of like what you said. I read your bio, right? And you had a job and you wanted to be at home with your kids more, and
yep.
And you just loved barbecue, and it's kind of like starting out. I love reading stories of people who are getting into barbecuing, and they start a new type of meat, right? So you start a brisket, and you follow the standard brisket recipe, and it should come out great, and it comes out terrible.
Right.
And then you do it again, and you do it again, and you find your own way to make that brisket perfect for the way that you want it. Every product is different. Every product cooks differently. Every type of meat, cut of meat, and quality of meat is different. And that's the beauty of it, is getting to critique your own recipes. And that's kind of how we go about our business here, is every day is an adventure, and every day is us critiquing something a little bit differently and doing a little bit differently. And that's the beauty of it. That's why we love it.
Right. And that Gravity series.
I've cooked recipes every different way that you can cook them, I think. And then I talked to one of our fans and customers out there and learned something from them. So it's been fun for us to get to meet people out there and learn how to do recipes different than you've ever thought about doing it. So it's cool.
Yep. In the Gravity series, charcoal grill and smoker, that's going to give people the versatility to be able to do so many different things that I don't think any of the, the other grills could probably, all your other smokers could probably do it, but I think this one does a lot more different. Would y'all agree that this is probably going to be able to do a lot more variations of cooking versus some other products that you've had out? Would that be right?
Yeah. So I'm going to make this statement to you before we, got off the phone, but the Gravity series, the beauty of it is it can do what a traditional smoker does. It can do what a pellet grill and or pellet smoker does. It can do what your oven does. It literally can do anything.
Right.
From 150 to 700 degrees. I've baked pies in it. I've done desserts.
I did biscuits on it.
My dad's done biscuits.
The other morning.
I've done eggs. I've done prime rib. We've cooked meat on this grill that is more expensive than the grill itself.
Nice. Love it.
And it performs on any level, doing any style, doing any type of meat on any level, better than anything will do what that one thing it does best. So meaning, take a traditional vertical smoker, right? That it's brilliant. It's smoking meats at 250 to 275. This Gravity series will do that as good as a traditional smoker. This will grill as good and sear as good and bake as good. So it's really just it's a brilliant product.
Awesome. I look forward to seeing it out there more, seeing more people talk about it, and see the success that has came from it. So good job, guys.
Good deal. Hey, as you would say, let's grill them and kill them.
Yeah,
kill them and grill them.
Kill them and grill them. Y'all did some research on me, huh? That's an old logo too. That's great. Yeah, people didn't really like the kill them and grill them deal, but so I changed my tagline or whatever you call that.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I love it.
That's awesome. Well, all right,
dude. Hey, we appreciate it.
No
Brandon,
problem, guys.
Call us anytime. You've got our both our cell phones, so text us and we'll respond back, man. Look forward to talking again soon.
Yeah, for sure. We'll be in touch. I'll let y'all know when it releases next week. I'll be doing some promo stuff with throwing some content out the best way I can. So,
awesome.
All right,
good,
guys,
man.
appreciate
Have
it. Thanks for y'all for joining. We'll see you later.
Bye.